What's up guys, Dragonball Black here, and today I wanted to go ahead and give you the 7 things I want to see in the Universal Tournament. And for this list, I chose things that I really would like to see happen. And there is actually one that I don't want to see happen, but I have it in a way that it is something I want to see happen. So let's go ahead and jump right in. And actually, that sort of confusing one is number 7. Not the end. What I mean is I do not want Dragon Ball Super to end. I'm having so much fun with it. I'm hoping, I don't want it to be beaten like a dead horse. I don't want Akira Toriyama to keep pushing it if he can't come up with better stories, but at the same time I really don't want it to end. So what I mean is in the tournament, I want there to be inklings that there's going to be something further. There's going to be something in the future. Right now they're sort of pushing that with Gohan and Pan, especially Pan being strong and all that, and I feel the reason they haven't really put in Goten and Trunks too much is because they're going to be the future. They're going to be the characters in the future. There's more like going to be a time skip, I'm assuming. So I do think that we're going to be able to get that in the future, and I do think that in the Universal Tournament there are going to be inklings that this is not the end, and that's why this gets the number 7 slot, mainly because of its confusing nature. Number 6, no more gag characters, and by this I'm just gonna say it right now at the number 6 slot because more than likely there is, but I just don't want there to be. And by that I mean like characters like the Winnie the Pooh looking character Universe 6 that really couldn't take any hits. Even Magetta was kind of gaggish a little bit. Monaka, like I just want a serious tournament. Like I don't, and not too serious, but serious enough with some kind of comedy humor. But I mean, with so many different characters that Akira Toriyama has to create, I don't see that this one is coming true. I don't think that we won't see any gag characters, but I just don't want there. If there is any, just don't make them. Don't make there be too many of them. Number 5, bad guy. I would like there to be a bad guy in the tournament. Right now, everyone's speculating that the High Priest is going to be this bad guy. I, for one, don't think it's going to be him. I feel like he's just doing his duty by the Xeno. Some people are saying Xeno's the bad guy because he's going to destroy the universes. That could also be true, but at the same time, I don't think that's something that's going to come true. I don't think that's something that's going to be fulfilled in the tournament. As a god, you really can't be, as the god, the most powerful one, really, I don't think that you can be good or bad. Now, if the tournament's going to go out without a hitch, and then it's the High Priest that suggests to Xeno, let's destroy the universes that, lose the tournament, then yeah, the High Priest may have some hidden motives, but I do want there to be some sort of character from a different universe, or something along those lines that really would like to you do something like take over the High Priest power, or take over Xeno's power, or destroy the other universes so he doesn't have any competition out there. Something along those lines. I just want to see a bad guy. Number 4, good teamwork. Now the teams are 10 and 10 from each universe, and I think I read somewhere, I'm not 100% sure, that they're going to be all fighting at the same time. But I kind of want there to be one-on-one, but how long is that tournament going to go, really? But if they all fight at the same time, that could be 3 or 4 episodes of each battle, essentially, with the 12 universes, 10 versus 10. That would be sick, because you've never seen that before, having so many players fight. So what I would really want to see in this scenario is I want to see good teamwork. I want to see them fight, off each other. I want to see like those moments from the Captain America, Iron Man, Avengers style movies where they do combo attacks off each other. Like I want to see that kind of stuff. I feel like the Universe 6-7 team for the most part has some really weak ducks. So if they can, make themselves useful by doing some sort of thing, maybe like even a solar flare here and there or something like that, that would be pretty cool. But I do want them to work as a team. I want to see that in this tournament. Number 3, every member is important. I don't want to just see Goku time and Vegeta time. And this is different than the good teamwork thing, because with the good teamwork, I'm talking about the whole team as a whole. But with every member being important, I want them to be able to kind of choose who goes next, you know, who fights who. I mean, the system of putting, you know, fighters like what we've had in all the tournaments so far, and it randomly chooses who fights who, is dynamic. But for the most part, we also have Roshi, Tien, and Krillin on our team, so it would be some really boring fights and some boring episodes if they had to go against, say, a much stronger opponent in the opposite team. So I think that if every character is important and they're able to choose who goes and fights who, you can set up Krillin against a character that's equally as strong as Krillin, or, you know, someone that that he can take down, or he could just be important in some other way, like say he's a good motivational speaker, or something along those lines, just something important to the arc. I mean, Krillin was important in the Cell arc with the remote control and his whole connection to 18. Tien fought Cell also. Master Roshi, they made him somewhat important in the Resurrection of F movie and the Golden Frieza arc. So I think that they can do this. Number 2, influences from Multiverse. I have covered this sort of in my last video, but I can't boast it enough that there should be some sort of influences from Multiverse. I mean, we already have it essentially with the multiple universes now and all this stuff, and the Universal Tournament, very similar to the fan-made manga or comic series of Dragon Ball Multiverse. And Dragon Ball Multiverse is one of my favorite ones so far. I've been keeping up with it for the past 2 years, or I believe the past 2 years. But it's very, 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 very good, and it has a very similar scenarios. And I think that Akira Toriyama, if he just reads up on it, it doesn't steal things, but just kind of influences some of the fights in a certain direction, some of the characters. He gets some sort of ideas from it. I think that's probably the best bet, because it is a very, very good manga series, and I think that he can learn a lot from it. So that's why I wanted it at the number 2 slot. And number 1, Death. I feel like with the Universal 6 tournament, it being so not kid friendly, but like they can kill each other, because like just like a normal tournament, I felt like that was sort of a how would I put it, like it just made the stakes so much less. And what I really would like is, I would really like the stakes to be higher. I want there to be death in this, and if Xeno's gonna wipe out whole universes if the team loses, well, I think that death should be, shouldn't be something that they should shy away from. It should be allowed in the tournament. I think actually, I'm thinking right now, it would be really cool if they go in this all happy-go-lucky or whatever, and say Goku's team beats the opposite team, and then the opposite team gets to see their whole universe, and then they all get to see Xeno destroy that universe, and then they realize this isn't just a game, this is actually like, for real, and Goku gets kind of upset with Xeno, but he's all like shocked and stuff like that. I don't know. I was just thinking about that right now, but just a little side ramble. But Death, yes, I think it should be good. I think it should be good, and I think it should be in there. Multiverse did it where if you died, you get to get resurrected at the end by Dragon Balls at the end of the tournament. So, I mean, if they implement some sort of thing like where they make it where the Super Dragon Balls resurrect everyone who's died in the tournament itself at the end of the tournament, that would be, and they tell them at the beginning of the tournament, that would be something that not only could some of them use to their advantage, where they sacrifice themselves very willingly to try to get one up, like say the whole scenario where Goku grabs onto Raditz knowing that Piccolo is going to steer him. Yeah, something like along those lines. If things like that happen in the tournament, that would be epic. And that's why I think Death should definitely be one of those things that happens in the Universal tournament. So anyway, guys, that's my list. Let me know in the comment section below what are some of the things that you would like to see in a Universal tournament. Are you excited for it? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Let's see if we can get over 25 likes for this video. We would really appreciate it. It really helps out my channel a lot. And if you haven't done it already, please hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to Dragon Ball Black. This is going to be your boy Dragon Ball Black signing off.